How you doing, guys? BC90 here, back with the next video in my Poise Showcase series. And one of my viewers in one of my recent videos, Adam Viston, actually requested that I try and make a Poise Mage, or a Poise monster that can chuck a few spells around. So here's what I came up with. Let's go take a look. In the status page, we're at soul level 125, and those are my stats there. So we are using the Prisoner's Chain as per usual. We've got 40 Vigor, 14 Attunement, 37 Endurance, 34 Vitality, 16 Strength, 12 Dexterity, 60 Intelligence, 9 Faith, and 9 Luck. You'll notice I have quite a lot of endurance here, guys, because I am maining a greatsword, so I'm going to be using my spells here to bait people into trades, and using spells actually takes some stamina as well, and it's a little bit of a playstyle adjustment. Basically, you're going to have to be a little bit more evasive here when using these spells, and using them as good distractions or setups for your trades with the Moonlight Greatsword. So that's why I have a lot of endurance there to move around and not risk getting into that negative stamina zone. Now back over to the status page, actually two-handed right now at 60 intelligence with the base stats. The Moonlight Greatsword is hitting for 577 AR, which isn't bad. Even one-handed there, guys, it's going to be 572 AR, but obviously you're not going to benefit from the hyper armor when you're one-handing the greatsword, so keep that in mind. You'd rather two-hand the thing. But our second weapon slot, which I'll get onto soon, is a Crystal Longsword +9. Obviously take it to +10 because you're going to get more AR. But even here at +9 with the Crystal Infusion, we're getting 436 AR, so it's a solid offhand choice. We're going to be using it to mix up our playstyle and finish people off, and obviously to deal with stuff like Quickstep. Now let's go into the equipment page here. Moonlight Greatsword +5 gets a B scaling in intelligence, so not too bad. Not the best, but still okay. Second slot, like I mentioned, Crystal Longsword +9 gets that A scaling in intelligence, and it's a very good offhand choice here. Now in my first left-hand slot, I have the Court Sorcerer's Staff. Now the Court Sorcerer's Staff, I'm pretty sure, is the best staff that you can use when you're at 60 intelligence. It gets that S scaling in intelligence as well, and it's got a 238 spell buff, so it's going to help us here with our harassing spells, our utility spells there, guys. Now in my second left-hand slot, I've included a Simple Cestus +10. Now why Simple over Blessed here? Essentially because the only spells I'm using are Homing Soulmass and Great Farandon, and these are very cheap. So say for example, someone's putting a lot of pressure on me, I can't actually get to an Ashen Estus Flask, I'll just switch over to the Simple Cestus there, just to play a little bit of that neutral game and get a bit of FP back. Obviously it's not much FP at all, but in saying that, the Great Farandon and the Homing Soulmass are pretty cheap. Very cheap and very spammable actually, so you might get enough FP there to shoot out the last Farandon that wins the match or something like that, something epic like that. So yeah, that's why I have it there, and it's situational, and it's also a parrying tool. Now back over to the equipment page. In terms of armor, I've got the Alva Helm, Gundir's Armor, the Ring Knight Gauntlets, and the Exile Leggings for a total armor poise there of 40.12. And with this particular armor poise here, guys, I can infinitely hyper armor trade against every two-handed R1 from all the fast weapon classes. I can only hyper armor trade against one two-handed R1 from regular hammers and from great swords, and I can't trade at all with great axes, ultra great swords, and great hammers. So it's a medium poise build in the end here, guys, so we can have enough stats and resources to put in some spells essentially. So medium poise build, do not go for trades against those heavier weapon classes. Instead you want to switch over to your longsword here so you can hit them out of active frames, and you're going to really be using the Homing Soulmass and the Great Farandon to chip away at them when they're winding up for those big slow attacks. Now over to my rings, I have the Chloranthy Ring +3, Prisoner's Chain, Sage's Ring +2 for that virtual dexterity. So dexterity is actually tied to casting speed, if you didn't know there, guys. So the more dexterity you have, the faster your spells will come out, and that's exceptionally good here because we're going to be spamming Homing Soulmass and Great Farandon and really harassing our opponents and annoying them, getting them to make mistakes and baiting them into trades with our Moonlight Greatsword. So Sage's Ring here comes in handy because we're really going to be able to just pump those spells out. So I'm pretty sure it gives you a 40 virtual dexterity, the +2 version. And with my last ring slot here, I have the Ring of Favor +3. Now I'm not using any sorcery damaging rings or sorcery boosting rings, essentially because I don't need to. I mean, I'm only using the Homing Soulmass and the Great Farandon as harassment tools, okay? So they're utility options, they're not offensive spells, or I'm not using them as offensive spells here in this particular build. We're just going to use these spells here to really harass our opponents, put pressure on them, get them to move around, and like I said, bait them into trades with the greatsword or finish them off with your longsword. Obviously, if you can hit them with these spells, you're going to be chipping away at them anyway, so it's very annoying to deal with, especially the Great Farron Dart. So that's what we're using them here for, and I don't think they need damage boosting, to be honest, because I'm not going to be... They're not our primary output of damage, they're harassment tools, so our melee weapons are still our primary mode of damage here, guys, so I didn't really think I needed sorcery boosting rings at all for this particular setup. It is a battle mage after all, so a battle mage is still more melee focused, you know, with a bit of utility spells here and there, so I think we did alright here, guys. So that's pretty much the build, and that's the playstyle that goes with it. So yeah, let's take this out into the arena. Alrighty guys, here we go. Alrighty, so we got a bit of a turtle here. It's alright, it's alright. Whoop! Trying to go for the approach there. Whoop! The risks of playing unlocked. It's alright, we'll just chip through that shield. GG. Alrighty guys, straight on to the next match. Whoops. Caught him just before that weapon art. And we'll just poise through that thing, no dramas. A little bit of chip there with the Farron Dart. And GG. Alrighty guys, next match. So we got a Wallpick. Oh shit. Whoops. Should have two-handed my greatsword there to take advantage of the hyper armor. But, you know, he was coming at me with that weapon art, so I just thought, let's have some swings here, mate. Just like that. Swing to the head. And we'll just spam away here. Whoop! Whoop! Just chip away. As you can imagine, how annoying is this chip damage? Boom! GG. Alrighty guys, next match. Damn, well that missed. Whoop! Oh, bad idea. I should know that, mate. What are you doing here, big singer? You know? going in with a greatsword there against a great axe. Two-handed as well. And doing dumb shit like thinking you're going to win a trade. What are you doing there, mate? Oh, look, it's a katana. Alright, now we can switch it up. There we go, mate. There we go. GG. Alrighty guys, next up in the arena. I love how opening with a homing soul mass actually makes you know, a lot of people sort of stay away. You know, it lets you take a green blossom, lets you chug a blue Estus. You know, it just lets you do shit because people don't want to interrupt you. Oh, look, it's the Moonlight Greatsword. Didn't notice that sooner. Nice. It's a mirror match. Oh, he's gonna go for the parry. Careful, buddy. Careful with the parry there. Whoa, shit. Of course, Dark Souls has to intervene with, you know, random lag. There we go. Nice, switching it up to the Dark Sword. Fair call, mate. You do what you need to do, huh? GG. Alrighty guys, next up in the arena. Whoa, nicely done. Whoop! Oh, I just missed that parry there. Oh, GG, what a close match. That was awesome. Alrighty guys, let's go for one last match here today. That's cool. Nice. Hazel pick. Just interrupted that, what's it called? Old Moonlight? A little bit of chip damage there, just a little bit. Whoa! Left myself open there because of the stamina. That's what I mean, you got to be really careful with your stamina when you're playing any type of caster, even a hybrid caster, guys. Whoop! And that was just me being stupid, really, not managing that stamina appropriately, like an amateur. Interrupted that old moonlight yet again. That was good. I think we got him there. Just a bit of lag on the output, but yeah, GG. Alrighty guys, so that brings us to the end of this particular video here, taking a look at my Moonlight Battlemage. Essentially, it boils down to a hybrid caster with a very respectable amount of poise to combo with your Moonlight Greatsword. It has some excellent harassment utility spells in the form of Homing Soulmass and Great Farron Dart, and it's also got decent versatility with the offhand Crystal Longsword. Now, it's something a bit different to my usual poise setups, and it makes for a very dynamic and fun playstyle that is also surprisingly effective to boot. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was something a bit different, and it's been a very long time since I've played a caster, so I was a little bit rusty in combat there, but it was still a lot of fun there, guys. So if you enjoyed this one, please hit the like button. If you're enjoying my content, please subscribe. And as always, guys, thank you for watching.